On this episode of Mike Colameco's Real Food, we go behind the scenes to cover a private, press-only lunch featuring 3 great female chefs.
Not bad for Soda Kid, huh?
Each chef is in charge of her own course.
So old school.
I'm not old, but I'm old school, I like to say.
With Ariane Daguin involved, we expect to see foie gras.
It's the ultimate fast food.
It's all coming up next.
This is the kind of food I like.
I'm Mike Colameco, chef and food lover. Come with me and meet some of today's most interesting chefs and their crews that work in their kitchens. Real chefs, real restaurants, and real recipes. That's what's on the menu. This is Mike Colameco's Real Food. We're standing outside restaurant Milasim in the Carlton Hotel, where today we'll go backstage to film a private, VIP, press-only lunch hosted by the New York culinary ambassador of all things Gascony, Ariane Daguin. It's her party, and the premise is simple. She's brought 3 great chefs, one from New York, one from Boston, and one from Paris, to remind us all that a woman's place is in the kitchen. All right, we're here with Helene Darroze, the owner of D'Artagnan, and it's like you and I known each other for 26 years. Talk about this event, because it's interesting. You've done similar things before celebrating women in the industry, but talk about how we got here.
I wanted to see, just by curiosity, I wanted to see what was the evolution of the condition of women in the hospitality industry. I just wanted to put it out there and just make a lunch which title would be Woman's Place is in the Kitchen, and invite a lot of women who actually can show that it's possible to have both, to make a family and to have a business. But really the real excuse was to cook together, because I don't know if you realized in the kitchen this morning, it's damn fun, you know, to
Yes.
see where we are, how she does the butter soup, and I mean, the whole thing was is nice, because there is, I think we don't have that rivalry that is often with the guys.
Hey, we can't help it.
Yeah.
It's hormones.
Hello. Thank you very much for coming today. That's very, very nice. I'm glad to see that there are more women than men today. It's a women's lunch. This came about with my friend Helene Darroze and Barbara Lynch from Boston. We have been doing those things 5-6 years ago, 4-5 times for different occasions. We met between women chefs and we did dinners for fun to be together in the kitchen. And so 3 months ago, when Helene said that she was coming to New York, I called Barbara immediately. She said, I'm in, and we have to see each other girls, because we had stopped for a while. And so everybody said yes right away. That day or the day after, Gabrielle got the big award at the James Beard. And so we adopted her, and this is how this lunch came about. So I hope you're going to enjoy. For us, it was more a question of having fun together in the kitchen, like we did some years ago.
Try it?
Traditionally, a kitchen, professional kitchen, is made like an army.
Yeah,
you know,
it
it's
is,
a brigade.
totally.
We call it a brigade, a chef, a sous chef. I mean, the whole organization is like that. And so with women, it's a totally different order of things, and it makes everybody thinks there is a big mess, and all of a sudden, up, everything goes into place, and it works. So let me explain foie gras, because I'm going to be in the. I can't tell you.
There's a plate right down below.
So the other one is going to look like this.
And what about the bread?
No, on the table, baskets on the table. No more than that. And maybe not on the truffle one, just on the other two. Okay?
All right, no problem.
Thank you.
Talk to me about the plate.
So I made 3 different kinds of foie gras. The terrine of foie gras, the rectangular one that we cut into, triangular, it's cooked in the terrine, salt and pepper, nothing else. Then the torchon, which is a round one. This is also whole foie gras deveined and cooked in a torchon, that means in a round cloth.
Cheesecloth wrapped formed.
And cooked in the duck fat. And the third one is a medallion, which is a block. Basically, it's foie gras emulsified with truffle juice and truffles, black truffle. Also, you absolutely have to taste it with that wine.
I see
from
the wine. I have the
Southwest
Joisson,
France.
the Late Harvest. It's
Good.
so good.
Good,
You're right
good.
about that. So
Yeah,
good.
frankly, for me, is one of the best things herbs have to offer.
Guys, pick it up.
Là, c'est prêt. Ouais?
Here, I'll run 2 plates. I'll be a hero. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
In the plate, right now, you have 3 different foie gras. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you. Bon appétit.
Mikey.
Here's my old friend Drew Neapart, Drew brother.
Good to see you, Michael.
You know, we're here at this Women Chefs event, which is great, and it just go back to the day. I mean, you've got such a tie to this. I'm thinking, what's the year? 1990? What with Deborah Ponzak and some kitchen downtown?
It was actually 1989.
89.
I do have a history of hiring women as chefs. Patricia Williams was our chef at the Berkeley Bar and Grill and
I
City
remember
Wine and
that's right.
Cigar.
That's right.
Very talented. You know, there's no prejudice. I mean, talent is talent, whether it comes, whatever the gender.
I agree. There's just a scarcity of women in the business for a whole lot of reasons. Congratulations on Corton. It's just a great.
Right.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Drew.
Have a great lunch, everybody.
That sign, you did something useful.
I need glasses.
Oh, I have several pairs. Does that help at all?
Now I can see. Thanks, Gabrielle.
How do we look in our matching glasses? You look good.
Team Hamilton right here. Colameco.
Hysterical.
Put me to work, man. So we're here with Gabrielle Hamilton, who, tell me what you're doing for this dish.
Marinated quail that I'm gonna grill, and then a lively salad.
Did you say lively salad?
I did, I guess.
Is
Yeah.
that like menu speak? A lively salad?
No, I just meant it's sparky. Like,
As opposed to like a boring flaccid salad, like
well, like Bib is very soft, and green and red leaf lettuces are very mild. So I'm saying this has mint and
best-selling author, masters in fiction writing.
don't F with me.
No, I don't F with her. I'm
Do
not.
not
I'm
mock
back-
me. I'm
backing
already
down.
terrified
High
here
school dropout,
today.
college graduate, best-selling author, moron. The book, Bones, Blood, Butter,
Other order: blood, bones, and butter.
whatever it is. New York Times bestseller list
Whatever it is.
for like months. She's crazy, and she can cook, and I love her menu. All right, Gabrielle, tell me what you're gonna do today. You got like the middle course between the heavy stuff.
So I'm seasoning salt, and these are chili dog that were blistered under the broiler briefly, and then pulverized with the mortar and pestle. Believe it or not.
Really?
I know. Old school.
So old school.
I'm not old, but I'm old school. I like to say.
Little microplane because there's so many beautiful little esters floating around on that skin. All right, now we got this oil, so super light, super fast marinade.
The oil that I fry the Sicilian pistachio nuts in the grill. So I'm gonna start breast down. Woo-hoo-hoo!
Yeah, that's hot.
Yo, people. Looks nice crossed legs. She's so elegante. Give these 6 minutes, maybe 7. And
All right,
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna
make
leave
a
them sit.
salad really quick.
Yes. What do the main leaves? Arugula?
Quite bitter arugula, some black mint that I'm just gonna tear to release a
Smells
little.
good.
It does smell good. Some shaved rhubarb. I think we're good.
And these toasted Sicilian
Pistachios, which are a little bit waxier than the kind you know. And then I want this meat, excuse me, I want it to wilt.
You want the
green.
heat, this that came off this grill that's got to be 500 plus degrees, and we're just going to let the heat just kind of go down and wilt.
Hi, am I supposed to just tell you what you're eating? Is that, it's very complicated. You want like 8 components, but not from me. People freak out, they're like, wait, this only has 3 ingredients. What's wrong with this food? Wait, nuts.
Don't forget to get the nuts on,
Yeah.
neither of those plates have nuts.
Good.
We have a rhythm. We're in a rhythm.
Yeah, we got our rhythm.
We got a little flow going on now.
I made quail, and probably the only vegetable you're gonna see today. So there's a little lively salad of shaved rhubarb and black mint and arugula. That's it. Are we supposed to talk about being women or anything? Another time, right? Just, that's the food.
I'm here with Dorothy Hamilton, who is the proprietress of what's the new name? French
All right,
Culinary
it's
Institute,
the
but it
French
changes
Culinary-
names now.
No. It's French Culinary Institute, but we've added an Italian program.
Talk to me, because you run a school, one of the big cooking schools in the country now. Have you seen an increase in the last decade, or what percentage do you have coming through the FCI?
Well, we've always had a very strong women promise, maybe because it's a woman head of school, but
You.
we've always been very woman friendly, and we don't see any difference. In fact, in the old days, 27 years ago when I started the school, there were a lot of kitchens who wouldn't hire women, and we broke a lot of kitchens. And the favorite story I have is we have these classic French chefs, and I remember we had a famous chef in who didn't allow women in his kitchen, and he said to our head chef, Alain, I want your top student from today's final. And Alain said, I'm not going to give it to you. And he says, why not? I'm here. And he says, because you are stupid. And he goes, what do you mean I am stupid? And he goes, you are stupid because it is a woman and you won't hire a woman. And so he says, I take this one. And so like that, we broke a lot of kitchens. Today, it's a whole different world. There are a lot of other jobs in the food world. You know, there's food media, food writing, food styling. Private chefing is a huge thing.
Keep up the great work. And
thank you.
Go girls.
Thank you.
Barbara Lynch,
She stole one of your books?
she's more badass than anyone.
She's a Southie, man.
My first driving lesson was an entertaining bus, straight out of Broadway Station.
She's like, you stole cars as a teenager. You, I stole a city bus.
You really did that? I feel much better about my kids already.
Yeah.
So I'm here with Barbara Lynch. I don't want to drive you crazy before this course goes out, but describe to me what you're making.
My dish is going to be, it's called butter soup, and it's all butter.
I saw it. How'd you get into this dish? Like, what was the thought pattern?
Oh my
What
God.
were you thinking about?
So this came from, actually, I was asked to do part of the awards night at the
Beard.
James Beard Award, and they wanted to do pair with your farmer. I mean, I deal with farmers, but not in the produce sense in May, so the only one I have is butter, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to make with butter? And I said, I don't want to make tarts and butter soup. And so that's how that started. The butter is amazing because it's just sweet. It's 87% butter fat. It's
Crazy.
from Diane
You
St.
get
Clair.
it. Thomas Keller gets it for per se in the French Laundry. It's just like some of the best butter on the planet.
And that's it.
Do you have enough water in there?
Plenty of water.
Okay.
That's all the water you need
You're going to be mounting this water
with butter. That's it. You're going to see how thick it gets. Honestly, you very little water, and it's all about the butter.
So just your story again. You're a native of Boston,
Yeah.
8 restaurants there now.
Yeah.
Really one of the great chef spokesmen for New England.
Yeah, I guess so. And being a female too is different. Like not just a chef, but restaurateur.
You serve it at the restaurant?
It's not on the menu, but if you're VIP, you get it.
Not bad, huh?
Not bad.
Well, not bad for a Southie.
Not bad for a Southie kid, huh? So that's it.
So we're going to add a pinch of salt.
Salt. And you're basically going to warm up your shellfish that was already poached. Little necks, mussels, lobster, just lightly poached in the butter.
What's here?
That's crab meat that I melted in a little bit of the beurre monté.
Okay.
You're going to add that last to your dish.
Now we're going to plate it up.
Sweet peaky toe crab from Maine.
Oh, that's delicious crab, man.
Then last but not least, this is honey and milk. And the egg yolk kind of binds it, and you just burr it.
We're good.
It's great.
Perfect.
Yeah. What happens is the egg yolk helps bind it and keeps the foam. So then it gets just a little bit of the honey emulsion. You can't be shy with the caviar.
No, this is really...
This is like the decadent one. This is our creamy butter.
Yeah, you can just see the difference in this butter. So good.
We'll just garnish.
I'm going to get these little petals and rip them into smaller pieces.
All right, who likes butter? Does everybody like butter? Yes. Okay, great. I have 3 cows in Vermont from Diane St. Clair up in Orwell, Vermont. Her farm is Animal Farm. And I begged her for about 2 years to make butter for me, and she said, well, buy a cow. So I bought a cow, and they just eat wildflowers and hops. She does not make butter during the summer, so this is the end of butter season for me. It's 87% butter fat. She milks the cow, she basically sleeps with the cow, she makes butter in a small laundry room. This is why I wanted to make the butter soup for you, and that's it. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy. Thanks.
Are we in fact 25 guests?
I'm here with Laurent Manrique. Thanks for having us. You're the host of this event, which was great. I mean, you gave the dining room to...
We give the whole kitchen.
The whole kitchen, the whole dining room, and just said, we're not going to do lunch, we're going to have this party.
That's right. One of the big influences on my cuisine is my grandmother. I grew up in an inn in Gascony.
For me, too. My grandmother was an amazing
There you go.
influence.
Women have incredible influence in cuisine. Something a lot of time we forget is women cook with soul. For them, that was a priority, to take care of the family, to take care of the children, to create a cuisine who have soul, where a lot of time men, chef, professionals forget about. You know, we are more focused on technique, we're more focused on media, we focus on creativity, but we forget about the soul of the cuisine, and the women bring that back.
Great A-list of New Yorkers you saw who
Oh,
came
it was
as the
fantastic.
guests.
You know, I was hoping to get more male chefs. You know, I think they were intimidated.
That's true.
Jean-Georges, he was the only one courageous. Right?
Yours was here, but you're right.
It was fun. You know, the team did a great job and so much talent.
Keep up the great work,
Yeah.
Laurent Manrique. Thank
Okay,
you.
well, thank you. Thank you for
brother.
hosting us.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Sarah Moulton.
Yes.
Pleasure.
Yes. Oh my God, such a pleasure.
You know, you had such a great career. So this whole thing's about women in the industry. And
Absolutely.
There's just not enough of you. I mean, you've had this great story career. When did you get into cooking? What drove you into it?
Oh God, you don't have 3 hours. My mother actually pushed me. After I'd finished college and I was a year out of college, she wrote to Craig Claiborne and Julia Child and said, if my daughter wants to become a chef, I didn't know she was doing this. What should she do? Craig said she should go to cooking school. And actually, I still believe that. Mostly for women, it's easier if we have a start. So I applied to the CIA and I got in.
Why did your mom want you in the kitchen?
I guess I had some sort of talent. My mom could see it. As a feminist, I would have thought, well, I can do this because I thought I could do anything. But I didn't somehow think about following this as a career and becoming a chef.
Well, we're lucky you did. Thanks.
Yes. Well, thank you.
Keep up the great work
Thank
on
you.
PBS. We're happy to have you back.
Thank you so much.
I'm here with Helene Darroze. You and I met 8 or 9 years ago in Paris at your restaurant, and I met your father the same year, who's the godfather of Armagnac.
Exactly.
And you became a chef, so talk a little bit about that career choice.
I'm born in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Les Girolles d'abord. I'm the fourth generation of the family to be a chef. I was graduated from a business school, and I had the opportunity to enter the team of Alain Ducasse in the offices, in the administration side. But he asked me, okay, do you want to start with a stage in the kitchen? I say, okay, I would be so happy.
With Ducasse.
Yeah, of course. And I stayed 3 months here in the kitchen of the Louis XV in Monaco. And for me, that was like, wow, you know, I realized that cooking was my passion.
So now you have a restaurant in Paris, 1-star Michelin, a restaurant in London, 2-star Michelin.
Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, it's
Yeah,
tremendous
and we will
success.
open, just as a scoop, we will open another one in Moscow in 1 year.
A scoop. All right, tell me about the dish you're going to make.
I will cook a piece of meat from my friend Ariane from D'Artagnan, and it's a Berkshire pork. I will roast it with some artichokes, spring onions, red potatoes, and some herbs and garlic. And also what I did yesterday,
That's the pork belly.
I roasted it at the beginning a little bit, and then I put it in the oven super slow. And now it's like confit, you know, it will be very
belly.
fondant. Yeah.
Very fondant, very rich, very unctuous.
Exactly. And what I have to do now, it's just to caramelize it a little bit on the screen today.
So let's butcher this beautiful piece of pork. Again,
Yeah.
Heritage breed from Missouri, Berkshire.
Yeah.
Beautiful piece
Yeah.
of pork. There's really
Yeah.
nice marble in there, really nice fat.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting. So I start first to roast
What's
the
real
pork.
oil? Is this
No,
duck
no,
fat?
it's
Duck fat.
You know, I'm from the southwest of France.
I know, you're from
I'm from the
Gascony.
from the
Yeah.
country of foie gras. So we keep
Duck
the
fat is everything. Okay, in go the onions,
onions, red potatoes, some
a
herbs
little bit of
also,
fresh thyme.
thyme. You can smell it, huh?
Yes.
So beautiful, huh? This is the kind of food I like. That's simple but amazing, very tasty. Okay, we can put it in the oven, yeah? Let's go.
But first we have the pork belly.
The pork belly, very crispy now.
Yeah, it's
So
nice
it will
and
be,
crisp on the top.
yeah, it will be fondant inside and very crispy outside. Okay.
Beautiful piece of pork.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it's okay.
Anytime we take roast piece of meat this size, I mean, it's like a mini roast. It's got 2 bones,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
that's a good pound and a half. So we're gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes and just let the blood come back out.
So I will deglaze with a little bit of pork jus.
Pork jus from yesterday.
Yeah, from yesterday. I did it with all the trimmings. Now, and I will just put a little bit of,
Fresh parsley.
yeah, but just at the end like that, you know, and that's it.
Just let them wilt.
Yeah, it's finished.
Okay,
So,
beautiful.
okay.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful,
Beautiful.
very pink inside. Wrist.
It's perfect. Medium rare, à point.
So just a little piece of pork. Just the belly on the side.
Now we have got these roasted vegetables that have been
Exactly.
glazed in this jus. We deglaze the pan, then toss the vegetables in the sauce, so they've got that great flavor. And
Yeah.
you can really smell the pork in this jus. I mean, this is like so kind of the way you cook. It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
great ingredients. It's relatively simple and rustic.
Yeah, I love to cook pieces, big pieces like that, because of course the flavor is more interesting than with a little piece. You can take more flavor, more taste, so I like that. So Ariane told me to do something very, very simple, like if I do that at home for the family. So this is what I did. I choose one pork from D'Artagnan, of course, the Berkshire pork. I choose to cook the rack, but I wanted to cook it in the cocotte with all the garnish also, and all that cooked together, made the juice, etc. And also I choose to cook the belly. I did it yesterday. I cook it at a very slow temperature during 8 hours. So you will see it's very fondant inside and very crispy outside, because after we finished it in the oven this morning. So, and that's it. That's very simple, as I have been told, and that will be the dish.
When I started working in professional kitchens, you never saw women working on the hotline. Never. Maybe pastry or garde manger, but things have changed big time. These days, culinary schools have as many female students as male, and it's common to find women working wherever they want in the kitchen and the industry. Change is good. Folks, see you next week.